For the OK Junior final. Cart's about to make their way out onto the circuit. It's a 15-lap, slightly abbreviated race, just on 20 kilometres. It is cold, it is dark, it is pouring rain here at Adria. It's the first round of the Wsk Supermaster Series. Pavel Balantsev, the Russian, out of pole position. Marcellia alongside. Then it's Morozov and Jack Doohan on the second row of the grid. Andrea Rosso and the Scottish lad Dexter Patterson on the third row of the grid. Apologies again for that very poor Kevin Bridges impersonation to all my Scottish friends. Your boy Dexter starts out at grid number 6. Another Brit, Johnny Edgar, David Hadrian. The fourth row, the Spaniard Jenis Civico and the Swede Gabriel Nord on the fifth row of the grid. The temperature has dropped. The only thing that is not stopping as plummeting below zero, freezing, is the driving wind and rain. It's only 4 degrees here at the moment. You can see the rain pouring in sideways. We're only about 10 miles from the Adriatic coast of Italy. Incredible conditions for these junior drivers. The Russian Pavel Balantsev, he was brilliant in the pre-final. The Ward Racing team driver was super quick. Can anyone catch him? I'd suggest to you Leonardo Marcellia will give it his best shot. Morozov, Doohan, they'll need to find that extra tenth or so in this final if they can match the pace of the two pre-final winners. This is the scene at Adria Karting Raceway. Well, short of us building a roof on the circuit, there's not much we can do about this northern Italian winter weather. You can see the rain pouring onto the circuit. The Vega wet tyres working overtime. No one has used the Vega slick this weekend at all. We can barely see them as they come down through the Magny-Cours chicane to take the start. This is indeed another formation lap. As the drivers get the feel for the conditions. Let's hope this race can go the full distance. Correction, we have gone green, technically. The race has started under full course yellow, as we've seen in recent years in World Motorsport. Should have gone with my gut suspicion that that was the case. So we are underway. The race is on. But it's a full course double waved yellow. I'm looking out the window at our assistant race director, Mr. Marco Carlino, who's still on the main straight. He's getting saturated, doing a superb job. And he's got the yellow flag, so they will go around one more time. Unfortunately, Frederick Kickenberg, the Czech Republic driver, has stopped on the start-finish straight with a broken chain. His 363 Cosmic Kart is being pushed to the side of the circuit. Metaphorically speaking, he can take an early shower, but he's getting one standing on the start-finish straight right now. There is Marcellia in 301. Morozov, the Russian, is 305. Doohan is third in 326. The race is full course yellow, but this is the third lap. The laps do count. Andrea Rosso didn't make the final last week after an incident on the last lap of the pre-final. And the race director, Mr. Alessandro Ferrari, is signalling that next time round we should go green. The green flag is being readied on the start-finish straight. Marcella looks behind. He's in the Zanardi kart. Can he give them victory here this afternoon? He accelerates. He's got a good break already, doing in third spot. Problem for Dmitry Beganovic. He's also out of this one. The Ward Racing Tony kart. The flag flies green. Leonardo Marcella leads them down for the first time. The flag is green. The timing system refreshes itself. This is lap number 5 of the final. Doohan gets sideways, very sideways. Andrea Rosso lines him up. Down the inside, takes the Australian for P3. Goes the Italian up the inside. Very defensive, incredible conditions here in the rain. So the race leader, if you can believe it, is Leonardo Marcella. I don't say that disrespectively. I say that if you can see it, if you can make out that that is the number 301 Zanardi kart. Boganovic, Kickenberg are already out. A problem for Pavel Balantsev also. Anthony Famularo is also a retirement in these atrocious conditions. Marcella from southern Italy. His father told me down in their part of the country it was 19 degrees and sunny. Very, very different here up in the north of the country near the ancient city of Venice. As Morozov goes through in second ahead of Rosso, Doohan, Patterson, Edgar, Civico, Bosco is 8th, Gabriel Nord and Leonardo Bizzotto rounds out the 10. No surprise to see Marcella has set the fastest lap of the race. He's the only driver to go under 1 minute 7. Having said that, the race leader, something has happened. He's stopped. Right on your screen, it is absolute chaos here at Adria. Leonardo Marcella was doing a nice job of leading, and you just saw it. He was parked on the final corner of the track. Wow, it is all happening here at Adria Raceway. Marcella, the early race leader, is out. Meanwhile, the black flag is being readied for a driver on the start-finish straight. We'll try and make out who that is for you. The yellow flag is out. They cannot pass. Andrea Rosso falls back into position. The black flag is for 316 Gabriel Nord. I suspect that is for cutting the circuit. You do that in CIK international competition. Regardless the reason, you will get the black flag. The Swede, after running in P9 inside the top 10, is out. So Morozov, the Russian, now leads. On his outside, Andrea Rosso. That puts Doohan back up onto the podium. And he's starting to regain a little bit of speed. That Ricky Flynn Motorsport kart. He's all over the back of the Italian. And the Russian in front of him, Janis Civico, pulls into pit lane. Wow, the Spaniard is another one to drop. David Hedrion in the second Zanardi kart. So the Zanardi challenge, after looking good so good all weekend, has come to a stop. Marcella is out. David Hedrion is out. Rosso now leads. So they come across the line to take lap number 7 in diabolical conditions. Doohan up the inside of the Russian. Morozov gets it sideways. Jack Doohan for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Now into second place. He was in 4th. He's back up of the podium. He's back into second place. Well, the RFM team certainly have found something. He was good in the pre-final. He took a heat win yesterday. But the suspicion was he was just lacking a 10th or 2. He certainly found it. And he's already put 3 or 4 kart lengths between himself and Ilya Morozov. Dexter Patterson, Johnny Edgar, the 2 Brits. Dexter the Scot, Johnny Edgar the almost Scot. He's English but lives up in the Scottish border regions. They're running 4 and 5. Luke Gabosco from Monte Carlo rounds out the top 6. Problem also for the Singaporean, Alex Catulus, the Evo kart driver. classified down in 25th position. A spin, he has rejoined, but he's half a lap behind. There is the race leader, Andrea Rosso. Signals, P1. In fact, I think he was actually pointing to the race director, Mr. Alessandro Ferrari, reminiscent of the late great Ayrton Senna in Adelaide, the F1 Grand Prix back in the early 90s, to say, hey, look at the conditions. Can we keep racing in this? I suspect Alessandro, he's wise to it, having been an official at more than 800 races. He will know there's a little bit of Andrea wanting to stop the race and get maximum points now. This is the 9th of 12 laps. They have completed 8. Doohan is in second. There is Morozov. Edgar from England is right behind him, looking to get up onto the podium behind the Russian. Patterson, the 320 Birrell Art Car. He's been superb. He loses a little bit of time that time round. Edgar on the back of Morozov. There goes Skoktopol through. Head of Britzan. Henry on. Kirill Small. Charles Martinez. Pietro Deliguanti. Harry Thompson. Ayrton Fonseca. Mattia Michelotto. The remaining Zanardi kart as Edgar goes the inside of the Russian. They've got 3 laps remaining here in the opening round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Andrea Rosso, he missed out on even making the final, but he leads here as Morozov and Edgar touch wheels. The Russian forces the Brit off track. You don't want to get an Englishman angry in these sort of conditions. Morozov, the Russia, he will be unintimidatable. He still holds third. Doohan is disappearing up the road, and if anything, is catching the leader, Rosso. Look at the replay. Edgar went through. Well, Morozov, to be fair, actually just lost a bit of traction, slid wide, and forced Edgar out onto the runoff area. He'll try it again up the hairpin for the 9th time, you would think. There's Skoktopol going through ahead of Britzan. Go back to Kirill Small in the energy cart. Martinez. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. I think we will make full race distance. The Englishman side by side with the Russian. Can't make the move. Luca Bosco, a couple of places further back. He's looking to take the Scot. Dexter Patterson, who gets wheel spin on the exit. Here goes Edgar. Same move as 1 lap ago. Can the Englishman climb up onto the podium? The problem is he's got a very wide Russian Tony kart right in front of him. Doohan is catching the leader, Andrea Rosso, but he's running out of time. Jack Doohan, last time round, a 107.6, is honing in on the leader, Rosso. This time, Edgar up the inside. He'll be slow on the exit. Morozov knows that he covers him. Edgar needs to get a run out of the corner, keep the RPM up in that TM-powered Esprit. Slow on the exit again. That gives Morozov a little bit of breathing space. There goes Skoktopol through. Britzan. Kirill Small. There is the energy kart team driver, Pietro Deliguanti, for the Birrell Art team. Well, it's all going wrong for Edgar now because the Scot has passed him. The Birrell Art of Dexter Patterson being managed this weekend, as ever, by former Super A driver Ricard Kale and ex-Jordan Formula One driver Giorgio Pantano, who celebrates his 38th birthday here in the rain of Adria this weekend. Happy birthday to Giorgio. His boy Dexter Patterson, just 1 step off the podium. This is the final lap. He's going to make up for the disappointment of missing the final 7 days ago. The baby race team driver from Italy is looking good to win the first round of the Supermaster Series. Jack Doohan will run out of time. He is strong in second place though. Into the hairpin for the final time. That was Doohan. There's the race leader Rosso. Abominable conditions here at Adria. He rounds the final corner. The baby race team driver takes the checkered flag to win here in Adria. Doohan, a brilliant result for the young Australian. He takes second place and the Russian Morozov holds on for third. What a race in the rain here in Italy. The first round of the Supermaster Series goes to the Italian for the baby race team. As one car loops it on the start-finish straight, right in front of our commentary position. Alex Catalyst, the Singaporean, goes through, classified in grid 23. Andrea Rosso, he missed the final last week, and he was devastated, really through no fault of his own. Was taken out on the last corner of the pre-final. Wow, hasn't he made up for it when it counts? He wins the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series here in the rain at Adria Karting Raceway. Was actually Gabriel Nord who spun on the start-finish line. Of course, he was shown the black flag earlier on in the race. So a weekend to forget for the young Swede, despite the speed he showed throughout the first round of the series. Andrea Rosso, the Italian, for Team Baby Race, has won. Jack Doohan from the Gold Coast, way down under, has taken his first podium on the continent here in Europe. Ilya Morozov, a gutsy drive by the Russian, will take the third step of the podium. The two Brits, fourth and fifth. The Scot Dexter Patterson, Johnny Edgar was fifth. Bizzotto, Bosco, seventh. Then the driver from the Czech Republic, Dan Skoktopol, Alexei Brixan, and Pietro Deliguanti rounds out the top 10. The rain continues to pour down. We're getting standing water on the track. One final still to come. That's for 60cc Mini. But stay with us in a few moments. The podium presentations for OK Junior. This is the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series live from Adria Karting Raceway. The rain is coming in sideways here at Adria Raceway. We will get underway in just a moment with a podium presentation for OK Juniors. An Italian, an Australian, a Russian, the Super International WSK Supermaster Series. And after this, the 60cc mini category. Wait for Ilya, third, Jack second, Andrea the winner here this afternoon here in the rain. The first round of the Wsk Supermaster Series here in the rain of Adria Raceway. The rain, I was going to say it's coming on a 45-degree angle. Not even. It's more like 60 degrees. It is sideways with one final left to go. Atrocious conditions. And just to think, 3 weeks ago, this track was under the snow. Of course, Ilya Morozov, who won here 7 days ago, first round of the Champions Cup. Great points results for all these 3 drivers. Andrea Rosso certainly made up for missing the pre-final 7 days ago. The Team Baby race driver. Takes the points when it counts. Drivers just trying to get their wet weather suits off. About to get underway with the presentations. The junior category in third place from Russia, Ilya Morozov. The second place from the Gold Coast in Australia, let's hear it for Jack Doohan. And the winner, he certainly made up for the disappointment of last week. 4 baby race from Italy, Andrea Rosso. The girls present the third place trophy to Ilya Morozov along with the Avio Milano timepiece. Second place trophy with the Avio Milano timepiece to Jack Doohan. And the winner here in the rain, the first round of the Supermaster Series, the Italian Andrea Rosso. As we stand by for the national anthem of Italy.